him to go lay down. Because he's weak. He can't take no more. Like, it's nothing else she could do to him. He's had enough. So I'm guessing since she done got her little fix, she still amped up. Like, she still got energy. She tells me to go get my schoolwork. Me with the broomstick. Now she's hitting on me. And I really believe to this day that my brother saved my life, because hadn't he had what he did when it happened, then my beating would have been on and on and on and on, just the way she did to my brother. I know that that day was going to be my brother's last day. I did not know that beating was going to last all day and he was going to from it. Like, I'll tell y'all the real cause with the autopsy.
All right, what's up with the YouTube fam? I'm back again with another video, right? So listen, this situation right here is going viral on Facebook. So I'm guessing that it went viral on TikTok first and then got transferred to Facebook. Y'all know how stuff goes, man. When stuff go viral in one place, it goes viral everywhere. So we're finna go ahead and check this out and see what the hell is going on with the whole situation. I've gotten 3 different stories on what actually took place with this, but we'll never know until we actually just watch it for ourselves. So we're finna go ahead and do that. I've gotten told that the baby got, taken out because the baby didn't know how to count. I heard that the baby got taken out because the baby didn't know how to reach a certain number. And I heard all type of different stuff. But let's go ahead and jump into this and see what's going on with the whole situation. I want to know y'all thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section. And I also want to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all for being here. I hope that everything is okay with you and your family. And I wish y'all nothing but the best in every aspect of y'all's life. When I say that, I'm only talking to those who say it back to me in return, and to those who reciprocate the same energy back to me as well, but just not typing it out for whatever the reason may be. Add all my social medias down in the comment section if y'all want to. Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all that's going to be down there if y'all want to add those. Other than that, I done say what I had to say. Let's jump into this and see what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know why TikTok took my sound off my first part 1, so I'm going to retell this part 1. I'm going to try my best to use words that TikTok like, because obviously they ain't like the words that I was using in my last video. Alright, so part 1 on how my mom unalived my baby brother. Alright, so this was back in 2003, back in February of 2003. I was 10, my brother was 5, and my mom unalived him. It was a normal day, and my brother, he was getting ready to start kindergarten soon, so my mom was just going over some, a few things with him. And for this particular day, she wanted to go over his numbers, and she was asking him to count to 20. And she was asking him repeatedly to count to 20, and every time he would count to 20, he would skip the number 16. I don't know what it was about that number 16, but he would miss it every time he would count to 20. He would say 15, 17, 18. He would skip 16. And I don't know why he was doing it. Okay, so each time he was miss the number 16, she would hit him and tell him to start over. He'll start over, miss it again. She hit him again. And it wasn't just no hit, like a little simple hit. This was like hits. I remember she used a wooden broomstick.
Oh, man.
She used the little curtain rod thing, the little thingy you put the curtain, you slide the curtain thingy in those, the old school kind, the white ones. She used that one, she used that. Anything that was hard that she could find, she was hitting him with it.
Damn.
So as I mentioned, that went on all day. I'm talking about all day, from sun up to sundown. Imagine getting beat on all day long. So she asked me to go help him, go practice with him, and come back. So we go in my room. We practice. I asked him to count, and y'all, he would literally say 16 with me. I don't know. Maybe my mama was just scaring him. I don't know. But he was doing it when he was saying it with me. So I'm like, okay, y'all, you got it. So just go back out there and just count normal, 15, 16. Just you got these. Okay, so I'm like, Mama, I think he got it now. He know it. So he count. He missed it again. He missed the number again. So at this point, my mama I guess she's frustrated. So we was already staying in Mississippi at the time. If you're from Mobile, Mississippi from Mobile is maybe about a good hour drive. So she said, yeah, let's go. Let's go ride to Mobile. So I proceed to get in the front seat, but she like, no, let your brother get in the front seat. So I'm like, all right, get in the front seat.
All right.
So I get in the back seat, and the whole ride from Mississippi to Mobile, my mama is literally smashing my brother's head on the window, like angry, mad that he was missing that number 16.
Damn.
And I'm just like, this lady is crazy. Like, it ain't that serious, mama. But I'm a child, so I really can't say that. Okay, so we make it to Mobile. We make it to this house. Me and my brother stay in the car. We stay in the car while she go in the house. We maybe stay in the car maybe about 10, 15 minutes. Now, mind you, I'm only 10 years old, so I don't know what she's doing in the house or why we're there. But later on, I did find out that there was a drug house that she was at. And I'm assuming she came back to Mobile to get her fixed. But I didn't find it out till later on. But we're going to get to that point. Okay, so she get back in the car. We head back to Mississippi. So once we made it back to Mississippi, my brother gets out the car. Now, mind you, he been getting beat on all day. So he's a little disoriented when he get out the car. He's like falling over. He can barely walk because his head is swelled up so big from all the beating to the head. all the blows to the head. So I go to help him get up off the ground, but my mom was like, no, leave him. He can do it. He can walk in the house, on his own. Okay, so we make it back into the house. She tell him to go lay down.
Right.
Because, he's weak. He can't take no more. Like, there's nothing else she can do to him. He's had enough. So I'm guessing since she done got her little fix, she still amped up. Like, she still got energy. She tells me to go get my schoolwork. So I get my schoolwork. Mind you, Mississippi work is totally different from Mobile work. It was difficult to me. So my work was wrong. So once she see that my work is wrong, she pursues to beat on me. She's beating on me with the broomstick. Now she's hitting on me. And I really believe to this day that my brother saved my life, because had what he did would have happened, then my beating would have been on and on and on and on, just the way she did to my brother. But as she's beating on me, she hears my brother start coughing. So once he started coughing, she took her attention off me and, went to go see what's going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, when she go down there, he's not responsive.
Damn.
He ain't responding back to her. So once he's not responding, she goes into full panic mode. She like, go get me a wet towel, go get me some drink, go get me some juice, hurry. So I'm like running around the house. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So she calls my stepdaddy and tell him that he needs to get to the house. She think, something. She did something and she needs.
Okay, so look, people were sending me just this video right here. I gotta go find the rest of the video because I ain't know where the hell it's finna end right here. Hopefully there's more parts to it. I'm not for sure. It says part 1, so let me go see what I can find. And I've been seeing a name pop up here and there, so it should be easy to find if TikTok ain't took the damn video down. Y'all know how they do. Give me a second, let me see what I can find, and I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, so look, man, I'm back again, and I do see that the little boy, his name was Kenderick Broadhead. I think that's how you pronounce it. And there is multiple parts to it. I just downloaded what I seen, so I don't know if it's gonna be some extra stuff or I don't know. I just put it together the best way I can. I don't want to be sitting down here 15-20 minutes trying to put it together, but basically I want to say, when in situations like this, man, the drugs and stuff are amplifier, but deep down these people are fighting demons within themselves. They already be gone mentally. They're evil as hell and shit like that. I mean, no disrespect to your mother, but ultimately yes, the drugs played a part, but she was fighting her own demons. She had her own shit going on, and I really do hate that he lost his life in that manner. She posted him. I'm glad it's not one of them fake ass story times. I mean, I hate that it happened, but y'all get where I'm coming from, because people play on people's heartstrings like this, making up fake ass stories and ultimately be lying. But she's telling the truth from what I see. I'm gonna probably be behind the scenes looking up the story, seeing what I can find about it. But ultimately, man, RIP to him. I want to send some love out to you, my condolences to you, and I just want to say that I hate that your mother put y'all through that. You know, I wonder where the hell she at now. Let's get back into the video. I'm sorry about that. I just had to go get what I could get and add it to the video. Let's get back into it though.
She needed him to come back to the house. So
see what I can find.
I helped her get my brother in my bed. I helped her put him in my bed. And y'all, my brother looked so different from that morning to the evening. He was a totally different person. Like, I have never seen somebody change the way they look in just a short amount of time. Like, so my stepdad come home, he see what she done, and he like, so what is this? Like, what did you do? So she like, I went too far. Like, it went too far. So he's trying to do CPR. He's doing
okay, y'all. My bad. So it's true. And it looks like she was sentenced to life in jail for this. I see a couple of appeals pop up. Damn. Man, I'm sorry about that, man. Real talk. I know you probably gonna run across this video, and if you don't, I'm still gonna send it love to you. I know it'll get to you, man. But it's just sad and unfortunate, bro. Damn. Yep. Let's get back into it. My bad. I had to go see what was up and see if it was a real situation, which I feel like it was anyway. From what I seen, I don't think she'll be going this far with it. I just gotta verify. The world fucked up these days, so it just gotta be like that. We gotta verify and fact check. But let's get back into it. Damn, it's crazy.
He's doing mouth to mouth, but I'm knowing this not gonna work because he kind of been unconscious for a minute, and I know normally you have to kind of do that stuff quickly. And when I seen that he had urinated on himself and it was coming out his nose, y'all, I knew from that moment my brother was gone. My innocent baby brother was gone. He was no longer here with me no more. And it's so much to this story, y'all. Like, it's so many different parts, but this video is getting long, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. But just comment, like, if you want me to do a part 2. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm back with part 2.
I'm glad I looked. Shit.
Alive, my baby brother. So once she realized that he just urinated on himself and the blood is coming out his nose, that's pretty much the end. So now she's crying, she's screaming all over the house. She don't know what to do. So at this point, she tells me to go in her room and go to bed. So I guess she don't want me to see, you know, the next step and what she about to do. So I go to bed and I wake up the next morning and I'm petrified. I'm scared. I'm scared to go in my room and look in my room because I know the night before, that was the last place my brother was at. So I look in the room, I don't see him no more. I don't see him in my bed. So I'm like, what? You know, like, what did she do with him? Where is he? And to this day, y'all, I'm a real detective. Like, I'm gonna find some stuff out. So as I'm walking through the house looking for the body, I see little carpet fringes on the floor. So you know when your carpet tail, the little pieces of the carpet be on the floor. So I see a lot of those on the floor. So I'm thinking like, okay, whatever she did with my brother, it's something to do with some carpet. So my mama calls me into the living room and she basically trying to coach me on what I'm gonna say when I go back to school. Because at this point, I've already missed 2 days of school. So I can't miss no more days of school.
Yeah.
And she telling me like, okay, you're gonna go to school, you're gonna say this, you're gonna say that. In my mind, I'm like, you thinking this whole little story you collaborate about the work? So after she get done coaching me on what I'm gonna take to the school, because more than likely the police gonna come to the school because she's planning on reporting him missing. That was her story. Her story was he was missing. He ran away. That was a story that we both were gonna stick to. And she was coaching me throughout the day on when the last time I seen him, so I could tell the school. So later on that night, I heard her on the phone with somebody. So, as a child, I'm listening on the side of the wall, eavesdropping. And that's when I realized that she and my stepdad, they got rid of the body on their own. They disposed the body. So before I went to school that night, she actually rode by the crime scene. I'm assuming she wanted to see, like, did someone find the body before I go to school and tell them this story that he ran away. So we riding. We get on the interstate in Mississippi. We get on the interstate. She pulls over on the side of the interstate. I stay in the car. I didn't get out the car. And then I see her go, when you pull over the interstate, it's the bridge, on the side. You look down on it too. So she looked down over the bridge. So at this point, I know now it's something to do with carpet and the bridge. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, man.
She wrapped him up in carpet and she threw him on the bridge. That's my thought process, and that's actually what she did, y'all. My mama and my stepdaddy rolled my brother up into some carpet, put him in a trash bag, and threw him on the side of the bridge.
He ain't worth a damn. I'm not finna help you do nothing when it come to harming no kids. I don't give a damn. We could be married, locked in 55,000 years and all that shit. But once I see you doing weirdo stuff to these kids, I definitely won't be a part of it. Now, I know a lot of people gonna say they would have helped their woman or their man, or some people gonna be in the comments acting like they wouldn't, but a lot of people would, and I feel like that ain't what's up at all. I always get away from these type of situations. Turn their ass in if you got to. Now, if we doing something illegal together, as far as like criminal wise, not none of this type of shit. But other than that, I'm with you all the way. But when it comes to that type of stuff, nah, I can't deal. Hell nah, nope. And I hate that she went through what she went through because she's gonna be traumatized for the rest of her life. Now that I seen that the mama did get life in jail and stuff like that, bro, that's sad and unfortunate, bro. Real talk. She went her whole life without her damn mama. That's sad, fool. Then to beat on your kids. I mean, people be going through stuff, true enough. Times are hard and shit, but never take it out on your kids. I could be having the worst day in the world, and I just try to be quiet before I take it out on you and put that bad energy on you, on my child. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't what's up. I will literally just shut down versus putting that negative, hateful energy on you. Because I know one thing I can do to you can have a determining factor on how your life goes from here on out. But yeah, this shit sad, bro. R.I.P. to that baby. And I really do hate that he didn't get a chance to live his life the way that he was supposed to. All because of a bullshit ass number and her being on that dope and fighting them damn demons. Let's get back into it, man.
Y'all, I'm gonna try to insert some clips, not clips, but like some pictures of the articles and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to do that on my part 3.
It's true, I seen it, y'all.
So the next morning, it's time for me to go to school.
Right.
So I go to school.
Damn.
Now I know you remember in my part 1 when she started beating on me. So I had some bruises on my face, but my mom had covered up with makeup. But my teachers, they still ended up seeing my eye, my bruises through the makeup.
Damn.
So they ended up calling me to the office. I get called to the office, y'all. I get called to the office, and they say, your mom reported your brother missing, and we want to ask you some questions about it. And they want to ask me some questions. So I'm knowing this, this is coming, but I didn't know it was coming so soon. So I'm a child, I'm 10. So I'm literally trying to remember what my mama was practicing with me, the story. And y'all, I kid y'all not, I stuck to that story as long as I could. The last time I seen him is that morning when I went to school, he was in the room. I stuck to that story. I went over it, I was telling them that over and over and over. But I'm guessing by the East End police officers, they have done this for so long, they know I'm lying. So they started trying to threaten me, saying that if I don't tell the truth, they're going to have me arrested. They're going to put me, they're going to take me to jail. So I'm like, what? But I don't care. I'm sticking to my story. He ran away. He missing. I don't know where he at. I don't know. So the officer said, give me a moment. And he stepped out the room. When he stepped out the room, he came back with my auntie, my family member, my mama's sister. She came from Mobile to my school, and they gave us a moment to talk to they gave us some one-on-one time, just me and my auntie. So once my auntie come in the room, she asked me, she said, Tisha, with my nephew, what happened, what's going on? So I feel more comfortable to tell her the truth because this is my auntie. So I bust out, I told her the truth. I told her what it was. And when she went and told the police officer, she said, my niece got something to tell you. And I told the truth. I told what happened. And y'all, I kid you not, I heard the officer on his walkie-talkie. He say, we got the truth. Take her into custody. And from that day forward, I was 10 years old. I didn't see my mom again. I didn't see her. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye, a hug, or nothing. Like, that was it. My mama was taken into custody. And to this day, y'all, I am 31 years old. My mama is still in prison to this day. They gave her life without parole. Like, she would never see daylight again. Like, ever.
That's what she get too.
But going back to the part where she reported him missing, do y'all know they real deal took that seriously? Like, they had dogs, they had helicopters, they was real deal looking for my brother, like searching through the woods, cause we stayed by some woods. And to know the whole time that this was a fake story, yeah, they was upset. They was really upset, them detectives. So yep, they called in to the officers that was at the house with my mama, and they told her to take her into custody. And that was it. I didn't see my mama again. There is some part 3 when she went to custody, and my next part of my stage is like what happened to me after that. So there is a part 3 that I do want to talk about.
I got it on here.
This one is getting long, so that's part 2. So yeah, y'all comment. Y'all want part 3? Okay, y'all. So part 3 on how my mom unalived my baby brother. So after I told the police what happened, I told them the truth. They then took my mom into custody. Once they took her into custody, I didn't see her until I was 13 years old. So I didn't see my mom for 3 years after I told them the truth. They took her to custody. Then they went to my stepdad's job and they took him into custody. No, he was not my brother's dad. He was just a boyfriend, my mom's boyfriend.
Right.
So once he gets taken into custody, he was offered a bond. He was able to get a bond.
That shit sad.
And he made his bond. My mama did not get a bond. They never granted her a bond. She had to sit. She had to sit in there. I'm assuming because of the stint, what she did. He was just an accessory to the crime, so he did get a bond.
Amazing.
But he never got a chance to make it to the trial because he was found dead.
What the
he was
hell?
found unalived. I hope TikTok don't take my video down. But he was found unalived. We don't know to this day whether he unalived himself or someone unalived him, but he was found unalived at his job. And the way they found him, y'all, was so disturbing. They found him in some water. They don't know whether he threw himself in the water or somebody pushed him in the water, but he was a skeleton. When they found that man's body in the water, he had deteriorated. His body had deteriorated so bad. All he had left on his body was an ear. And I'm still curious to know, did you just feel bad and just fell in the water, or did somebody push him in the water? That's still a puzzle in my brain. They never figured it out. So once they took my mom into custody, they left me nowhere to go because I could not go with my mom's side of the family. I had to go. Fell in the water, or did somebody push him in the water? That's still a puzzle in my brain. They never figured it out. So once they took my mom into custody, they left me nowhere to go because I could not go with my mom's side of the family. I had to go into the system. I had to go into foster care. Y'all, so when I went into foster care, they tried to contact my biological father to let them know what was going on. Now, mind you, and to give y'all a backstory, about my dad, y'all. It was very different for me because I didn't grow up with my dad. I only was raised by my mama, so I didn't really have a good relationship with my dad. So I was thinking, Lord, I'm gonna be in this system forever. He is not coming to get me, because all I ever known growing up that he didn't care about me. He got remarried, had another family, and wasn't studying me. That's all my mama ever instilled into me as a child, that my dad don't love me, he don't care about me, he got a wife with other kids, he ain't studying me. And that was a lie. My daddy loves me. He came and got me from Mississippi. He came and got me out there foster care, baby. I probably was in the system maybe 2 days, if that. And my dad didn't even know my mama had moved us to Mississippi. He was just so confused. And that wasn't me and my brother. We had different daddies, so that was not his son either. My mom actually didn't even know his dad. Well, she thought she knew his dad, but couldn't find out that wasn't even his daddy to me, and she thought it was his daddy. So my brother don't know who his daddy. He didn't know who his daddy was. Well, we don't know who his daddy is, put it like that. But life was very different even with my dad, because he also had another wife. He had a wife, which was different because I'm like, this is not my mama. I'm not gonna respect her. I'm not gonna listen to her. Like, so I had a rough childhood. Like, it was very rough for me, from getting taken out of one home, going to a whole another home with basically strangers for real, because I didn't grow up with them. I wasn't always around them. So once I moved in, my dad, it's just some stuff that's stuck in my head. I remember my dad's exact words: if you gonna live in my house, you gonna respect my wife. And I was just like, well, I'ma leave. I'ma go. And I left. But I don't make it to the backyard. I ain't go nowhere because I'm 10 years old. What the heck I'm gonna go? What I'm gonna do? But me and her actually became best friends. Like, she wasn't that bad. Like, that's my girl. That's my mama. She raised me from 10 years old until now 30 something years old. So basically, she the only mother I know. Okay, so going back into going to court, going to trial. I had to be 13 years old to go testify against my mom. So once I came into the courtroom, they had it blocked off where I couldn't even see her in the courtroom. Mind you, y'all, I haven't seen her since I was 10 years old. I'm 13 years old now at this point. And they had, I was sitting in the in a little seat next to the judge, this or whatever. And they had a whole bunch of stuff like blocked where I couldn't even see her, but that was still my mom, and I still, loved her. So I'm trying my best to like look over the stuff that they got, blocking her. I was leaning up a little bit so I could see her, but she was just like shaking her head, trying to scare me with her looks. I'm like, no, let me just sit back, because she's trying to convince me not to say nothing. But I had to tell the truth. They had already had my statement from when I was 10, when I first told it. And so if I got on that stand and lied, the math just wouldn't have been mathing. So yeah, so after my testimony, they ended up giving her life without parole. She actually requested the death penalty, like she wanted the death chair, but they denied that. They wanted her to suffer. So she actually got life without parole. She would never ever probably see outside of jail ever. She did have a couple appeals. I think you get 3. She did lose all 3 of them. So justice is just not on her side right now. It's just not looking good. So after court was over, they did allow me to briefly speak to her. So I was able to go back into the courtroom and speak to her and talk to her. I thought she was gonna be so mad at me, but I mean, if she was, she didn't show it that day. She didn't show her hatefulness towards me until later on down the line. But I would definitely get in that too as well in my next video. I also want to address some comments that I seen. People say that I should have called the police. Trust me, y'all, I dealt with that. I literally blame myself for years. I still sometimes blame myself. I feel like I could have done something. I should have got help. I should have called the police. I should have did anything, but I did not know, y'all. I did not know that that day was gonna be my brother's last day. I did not know that beating was gonna last all day and he was gonna die from it. Like I'll tell y'all the real cause of his death with the autopsy ruled out on my next video as well too. But y'all don't go so hard on me, y'all. Trust me.
No, you
I
good.
felt like I could have done something too. I felt like it was my fault. Like
she got survivor's remorse, and I really do hate that you're feeling like that, man. It's not your fault. That woman just was fighting her own demons. I really do hate that you are battling with that throughout your whole life, man, because I know how it can feel. I mean, I don't know directly because I never went through nothing like this, but I just want to say, man, I really do hate that, you know, you're dealing with that, and it's not your fault, it's her fault. And you see who's in jail, you see what happened to her and what happened to him too. He was an accessory to that demonic ass shit that took place. But yeah, don't beat yourself up, man. It's gonna get greater later. I know it's easier said than done, but you're gonna be good. Just, you know, try your best to overlook that part of it, that you were the cause of this, you were the reason of this, for this to happen and stuff like that. No, it was not you. Let's get back into it. It's almost over.
my brother was screaming, Tisha, help me, help me, help me. And I look back like, dang, I didn't help my brother. I didn't help him.
You was a kid. You good.
Hey, my TikTok family. How y'all doing on this good Saturday? So, y'all, I'm getting some negative feedback from the auntie that was mentioned in my story time. You know, the one that came to the school and the one that I told to. So she is mad at me that I am sharing my story, that I am telling the truth. You know, I'm telling my truth. I'm living in my truth.
I forget her.
And they mad. The family is mad. They mad at me. So I just want to know, y'all, should I continue on telling my story? Or should I just stop it right here?
No, keep
because
going.
I don't feel like I did nothing wrong personally. Like, this is my story. That was my mother. That was my brother. I was the one that was in the house when it all happened. It was just us three, my mama, me, and my brother. Nobody else. For the people that only, for all my family members, to my family members, they only know the story based on what was told to them. Nobody was there. So it's different from telling you a story than actually being there and witnessing it. So I feel like I'm not going to listen to no haters. I don't care who she is, whether it's family, friend, I don't care. I'm going to continue to put my story out there. I'm going to continue to share my story because I feel like maybe it can help somebody. But y'all, that's all I want to say. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Would y'all feel bad, you know, telling your story if a family member don't want you telling your story? But this is my story to tell. Mind y'all, this is the same auntie that I couldn't even go stay with. The judge or my mama didn't want me with her at all because she was so unstable and not a good, person I should be staying with, put it like that. And so, with that being said, I went into the system, woo. So, you mad. Like, it's just very insane how they mad at me. But they gonna stay mad. Because I'm going to continue sharing my story. Okay?
They didn't let her stay because she wasn't worth a damn. That's all it was. Simple as that. But I do want to say, continue to tell your story. Get paid from it, monetize it, do what you got to do because it's your story, it's your life, and you went through that directly. It's a difference between witnessing it and being directly involved in both. You were both. So, yeah, go ahead and do what you got to do. Don't let nobody stop you. They ain't been there for you. They ain't try to do shit for you from what I'm getting from this. I'm not here to say that they did or didn't. I'm just giving y'all what I'm getting from what I see. But ultimately, man, I'm sorry that happened to you. Y'all go show us some love. If you show her some love from my page, let her know that y'all came from over here. And yeah, man, don't talk down on her. Don't be mean to her. Don't be rude to her. Nothing like that. She been going through a lot of shit her whole life, and I just really want to send some love out to her. And I really do hate that did happen. Hopefully, you get the closure that you need. Hopefully you will stop blaming yourself for something that you couldn't control at the time. You were a kid, you were scared, and you had every right not to jump into something that you didn't know or something that you didn't understand at the time. But ultimately, I done said what I have to say. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this whole situation, and I will holler at y'all later on another video. All right.